Well, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Yes,
Hello.
so it seems like we're all here, basically, that's good. I'm going to share my screen with you. So we see that tonight we're going to continue to work on assignment number 1, line types and scales. And I sent out this reminder to let you know that you will need your circle template to complete this assignment. Pardon me. And as well, I sent you the recording of last week's class that was held on Wednesday. Okay, so in case you missed any content. All right. Okay. So let me stop sharing this for a second. We're going to get right into it. Good. So where we left off at last class, we were working on the marble floor pattern. Okay, we were doing that. And we took those 18-inch squares and we divided them into 4 equal quadrants. Okay. Now, when you first thing we're going to do is to attach our vellum sheet to the drawing surface. Now, what I want you to do, instead of aligning it to the bottom of the page, here's what I want you to do. Okay, I want you to align it to one of the existing lines. So you see how I'm bringing this up here. Good. I want you to align it to one of the horizontal lines of the marble pattern and make sure that it's in pretty good horizontal alignment. Okay, so instead of aligning it to the bottom, bring it up and align it to one of those existing horizontal lines. That's going to help you. And make sure that T-square is tight and that you align that T-square up pretty good with one of those one of those horizontal lines. Okay. While you're doing that, what you're going to need for tonight, of course, you're going to need your 0.7 mechanical pencil, okay, with 2H lead in it. Okay. You're going to need your 45-degree triangle, the 45. Okay, you're going to need this. Okay. And of course, you're going to need your brush. All right, you're going to need your brush. And you're going to need your circle template. Okay, circle template. So what else? And of course, you're going to need your eraser, in case you make a mistake.
Mr. W, that's the one thing I could not find at Staples was the circle template.
Okay.
Everything else I got.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna work around that tonight. Okay.
Okay.
Did you try the Stanton bookstore?
Yes, that's the first place I tried, and they still didn't get their
And they still don't have it?
yeah, they still don't have it. So I had to go to Staples, and I got everything else I needed. Now I just need my brush and my circle template.
Okay. All right. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna give you a moment to go ahead and get all set up, okay? And also, you need to make reference to this the marble floor pattern PDF. Okay. And lastly, we know we're going to need your architect scale. Cool, all right. So I'm gonna give you a couple more minutes and then we're going to start.
Hey, Mr. W.
Yes,
Which color we lives at again?
okay. You can always tell the architectural scale, it is a scale that has fractions on the end. For example, you see it has one here, then it has 1/4 here.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay,
All right.
cool. All right.
Thanks.
Yep. Okay, all right. Is everybody all set up? Is anybody not set up? Okay, let's go. All right, so what we're going to do first, you should have all of those 18-inch squares divided into 4 quadrants. That's going to help you. Now, we're going to start with this diamond. We're going to create this diamond. Now, we see that the diamond is 12 inches in width, right? Good. The square is 18 inches in width. The diamond is centered within the square. So, okay, so that means you have 6 inches left over, right? So from here to here is 6 inches, of course, right? And then from here to here is 6 inches, right? And of course, we know that we're using a new scale, right? Right, we're using a new scale. We're using the 1 inch to the foot scale, so let's find that together. Okay, here's mine here, okay, good. The 1 inch to the foot scale, the side that has the 1 on the end, okay, good. All right, and of course, to kind of review a little bit, from here to here is 1 foot, right, and 2 feet, and 3 feet, we got that, good. And then this scale takes 1 foot and divides it into inches, starting from 0, right here, okay? Going leftward, going left, okay? So we see 0 here, that's 1 inch. Okay, that's 2 inches, 3 inches, 4 inches, 5 inches, 6 inches, okay? So from 0 to here is 6 inches, okay? From 0 to here is 3 inches. Cool, so that's what we're gonna do. So now, using the 1 inch scale, we're gonna come over here, and I'm starting in this first block right here that contains a diamond right here. Good. So I'm gonna come over here, and I got my 1 inch scale, and I'm gonna make a 3 inch. I'm gonna make a 3 inch reference point, right? Okay, 1, 2, 3 inches. Okay, 3 inches right there. Good. Right. So that reference point, good. Now, the angle of these diamonds is 45 degrees. That's why we need your 45-degree triangle. So here's what we're gonna do, okay? I'm going to bring my T-square up, okay? And I'm going to keep everything tight and keep my triangle tight. Yeah, you can see it, tight against my T-square, good. And then at that 3 inch reference mark, I'm going to draw a line, 45 degrees. That looks like that. See that? From that 3 inch reference mark that I made. Good. So now, really, I don't have to make any more reference points because here's what I'm going to do. So now I'm going to take this triangle and I'm going to slide it over. Okay? And where that 45-degree angled line meets its vertical line here at the intersection, I'm going to bring it over like this. I got to get it tight. So I can see what that way goes tight. And try to get it close as possible. And then so all that I did was to slide that, right? I made this one, right, good. And then I slid it over like that, and I made the other one. So now I'm going to slide it back again, okay? And I'm going to make this one right here. Yeah. Slide it back there, and where that 45-degree angle line meets the horizontal line at that intersection, you try to get it pretty good. So I think it's pretty good. Okay, good. Yep. And remember, these are all still construction lines. All right. Then I'll have this slide it back over here, keeping everything tight, and close it like that. right? So that's how you're gonna make the diamonds. Okay, so now, I'll let you go ahead and make the diamonds. So go ahead and make the diamonds, and then I'll, following this pattern right here, right? We have a diamond here, okay? Then a diamond here, and a diamond here, diamond here, and a diamond here. And then after you make the diamonds, then we're gonna work on making those circles.
Mr. W,
Yes.
did you get my email about the how my computer died? Like the last 10 minutes of class on Wednesday?
Oh, I think, I don't remember seeing it, but, okay, but that doesn't mean that you didn't send it. Okay, so, are you at a disadvantage?
No, I don't got those lines. So I was just saying, can I just do it without the extra lines on the dash to separate?
I don't understand what you mean.
Can you see my camera? Can you see my thing? I don't got the line. I just got regular boxes.
Okay, all right, so, so now I understand. Okay, so you can still work, okay, but now you need to take those 18-inch squares, okay? And let me show you what I'm talking about. Here. That's what we did last class, and now I understand your dilemma. Okay, all right. So on a scale, okay. So as we see here, right? Each square is 1'6", right? So which is 18 inches. Half 18 inches is 9 inches. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to come over here, okay? Are you going to place the zero here of the scale right here? You're going to place it here, and you're going to go 9 inches. Give yourself a reference point, and then you're going to draw a vertical line, right? Same thing over here, okay? 9 inches.
Oh.
Okay, vertical line, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. And the same thing works horizontally, okay? So to draw this horizontal line here, I'm gonna go, okay, put my scale here. Okay, go 9 inches, which is right there, and draw that horizontal line, and just keep on going down until you have 9 square boxes.
Thank you.
Got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Mr. W, how many
Okay,
boxes
cool.
are we supposed to have in total? So I can get that down real quick.
Say it again.
How many boxes are we supposed to have in total so that I can?
Okay, now, okay, let's look at the example, okay? Now, with the example, you're supposed to have 3 boxes horizontally here at 18 inches or 1'6", right?
Yep.
Okay, right? And then vertically you have 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes at 18 inches squared.
All right.
And I know when you start subdividing them, it gets kind of confusing, okay? But
Yep.
but you can figure it out.
Yeah, I just asked you when you were starting, I was in the bathroom.
Oh, I got you. I got you. Remember to keep these lines as construction lines, please. There's a tendency when you start to put the diamonds in the circles that you want to make them darker. I don't want you to make them darker. Every line on this particular sheet should be construction lines. Same weight and value.
Hey, Mr. W.
Yes, sir.
For the start of the diamond, you go over 3 inches, right?
Okay, I'm gonna make one right now, show you. Okay? Which one am I making? I'm making,
A diamond rhombus.
yeah, I'm making this one right here, oops, right here, okay? Good. So, and that's going to, let me get it right, okay, have a circle here and a diamond, right? Good. So at the, using the one scale.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, right here. Okay, I'm coming over 3 inches, 3 inches,
3.
and I'm making a reference dot right there. See? And I'm 45-degree angled lines. So I'm gonna bring my T-square up, and then I'm bring my 45 over there, and I'm gonna hold everything tight, rest it against that. Good. Good. Draw that line like this, slide it over, okay? Okay. And where that diagonal line that I just drew there intersects that vertical line, there's an intersection there. Make sure I get that kind of tight. Good. Then I'm going to draw a line like this. Good. And then at the intersection, I'm gonna slide that triangle back over this way. Okay. At that intersection, do this. Slide it back over this way. At the intersection, then do that. A little tighter. Okay. Cool. Got it?
Does it matter which arc you use, the small one or the big one?
No. Now we're talking about the triangles now. The triangles, right? Triangles.
Yeah.
Let's look at this. Okay. This is your 3060. You can't use this one.
Oh, okay.
3060. Okay. This
I was
is
just looking at.
yeah. This is your 45 because those lines are 45 degrees. So you have to use your 45-degree triangle. Okay? Like that.
Oh, that's a triangle.
Triangle.
Mine's like
Triangle.
this.
Huh?
It look like this, right?
Oh, I can't see your screen.
Xavier.
Okay, yeah, hold on. I gotta stop sharing.
Oh no, I got it. It's cool. You don't got to.
Okay, all right. You should have triangles. They should have, the triangles came in the drafting kit.
Oh yeah, I got it, kid. I got the triangles.
Okay, cool.
45-degree. Yeah, I got it. Thank you.
Yep. No. All right. Okay, so I think by now most of you should have the diamonds. Okay,
I'm still working, but I'm almost done.
okay, I'll wait then. While I'm waiting, I'll just make this little correction right here. Get this to be bigger than a. See what's going on. Okay. Good enough. Okay, all right. So now we have the diamonds, okay? Cool. So now we're going to use our circle template. Those of you who don't have a circle template, you're going to just have to wait until you get one, okay? And then we can finalize it once you have the circle template, okay? Now, the diamonds are 12 inches in width, right? And the circles are going to have a 1 inch diameter, okay? 1 inch diameter. Okay? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to find our circle template here, okay? And if you look at, if you can see my circle template, let me see if I can. This particular one has like little bumps on the opposite side, okay? So you see those little bumps, right? We're gonna put right there. Yeah, there's little bumps, okay? So those goes down like this, okay? They go down like this. And then we're gonna find the 1 inch diameter circle that's comparable to the width of the diamond. So if I bring that circle template up like this, see this? The 1 inch, the 1 inch diameter right here. You see it is comparable to the width of the diamond. Okay, so that's what I'm going to use, the 1 inch diameter one. Okay, good. Now, when you look at that 1 inch diameter circle here, you see that it has these quadrant points right here. One here, like these little lines. Okay, good. That's good because now that we've taken this square and divided it into 4 equal quadrants, all we got to do now to get that circle absolutely centered within that 18 inch square is to line up those. I'm lining up those quadrant lines of the circle, right, against the lines I made in the 18 inch square. Okay, see how I'm lining that up? Okay. Get them all lined up horizontally and vertically, and then don't make the circles any darker than the other lines. Okay, just use a light pressure. Okay. Make the circle. Okay, and when you line it correctly, it's absolutely centered within that square. Okay, so I have a circle there. Where's the other circle? So over here, so do the same thing. 1 inch circle. Where is it? Right there. Okay, I'm gonna line up those quadrant points horizontally and vertically. Okay. Okay. Light pressure. Light pressure. There we go. All right, I have another one over here. Same thing. Okay. Line up those quadrant points like that, get it, okay, get it lined up horizontally and vertically. Okay. Cool. High pressure. Cool. You got it. All right, let's keep going. You see how most of my lines have the same reading value? It looks better in real time here than on the screen. But that's what you want, right? So please don't make these darker. Okay, let me make this one down here. Okay. Good, might as well go ahead and finish it out. Lining it up, lining it up. Light pressure. Good. Then I have one down here. Okay, and the last one's over here. All right. So that should complete the marble floor pattern using construction lines. Of course, we're going to go back later and we're going to finalize those. Okay. So I'll give you a moment to complete that.
Mr. Williams, I think I
Yes.
missed it. What size circle template were we using for the
Okay.
circles?
We are using the 1-inch circle right here.
Okay, 1 inch. I'm sorry.
1 inch. It's okay.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, who has not finished with the circles?
I know why I am lost. Because I forgot to do the cartoon base first before we got there. So I'm doing that right now so that I can catch up at least to where we're at right now today.
Okay, all right.
I'm finishing up the circles right now.
Okay, cool. Okay, what I need you to do now is to make reference to this handout here, right? The line types handout. Would you get that out for me, please? All righty. So now, what we're about to do, I'm showing you here the line types that we laid out using continuous construction lines. What we're about to do now is to turn those construction lines into our final line types, including weights and values, okay? So we're going to start to do our border line, then our object line, and our hidden line, and so forth and so on. But before I do that, let me share something I want to share with you. I want to go back to D2L, and I want to go to course resources right here. Okay. Okay, and I want to go to this PDF, lines, lettering, and lead types as a review. Okay. Okay. So what we're about to do now, we're about to draw these primary lines, okay? So we see that primary lines, which includes the object line and the border line, okay, are actually constructed, drawn using the H-lead, okay? All right? The borderline is thick in weight and dark in value, and the object line is medium in weight and dark in value. And again, we're going to be using the H-lead. Okay, cool. Now, so you know what that means, right? that you need to get out now your lead holder. Okay, as soon as I find mine, I'll get mine out. Good. Your lead holder that looks like this, okay? Which should already have H-lead in it, okay? H-lead. Okay. Please get out your lead pointer as well. Cool. And let's go ahead and sharpen this lead, okay? Let me turn this over for a second. I'm gonna test this out. Oh, yes, that's perfect. All right, but I want to go ahead and sharpen it. I want to show you again how to sharpen it. All right. So what we need to do initially is to extend the lead, by depressing the top, extend it for sharpening purposes. And if you can see that, oops, where am I? Here, that's why. If you can extend it like that, okay. Cool. And then I'm holding the lead pointer like this, kind of like in this angle position, and I'm just going to sharpen it. And when you hear that grounding noise like that, you know that you're sharpening it. Okay, cool. Now the lead is probably, yeah, it is too long for drafting purposes. So what you want to do, you want to retract it by pressing the top, retract it until it's about 3/7 inch in length, and that's good for drafting purposes. Okay, and then yes,
Did that come in the drafting kit?
yes it did.
The sharpener?
No, not the sharpener.
Oh.
No, the
I
sharpener.
can use any sharpener, or I gotta use that specific sharpener.
Well, what kind of sharpener would you be using?
I don't even think I have one, honestly.
Okay, all right. Yeah. No, the lead pointer was part of the list that you were supposed to have gotten from the
bookstore stand.
Yes.
I'm going tomorrow to
Okay.
Tuesday. That's when it's open.
Right. Okay, so they should have those. Okay, they should have those.
All right, thank you.
Okay, so now, also, let me see. Yeah, right. Let me see. All right. What I like to do when I first sharpen it, and let's go back to this. Typically, when you buy these sharpeners new, it's horrible in terms of lighting. They have a filter here, a little filter right there, filter, right? There's one here, but it's kind of old. Okay, that's because when you initially sharpen the lead, there's some residue of graphite normally left on the tip, and you kind of stick that you stick the tip of it into the filter, and it cleans it graphite off. Now, but the point I'm trying to get to really is that when you first sharpen it, it's kind of like really sharp, right? So what I do, see how I broke there? Broke there, good. So what I do, I just take a separate piece of paper and I just draw some lines, and I twist that pencil between my fingers to keep the tip of the lead rounded, right? Just a few lines, twisting it like this, turning it cool. All right, so now, that should help me when I start to draw. When I start to draw, that I don't break the lead, the tip that easily. Okay, let me put this somewhere I can see it. All right, so now, here we go. We're about to turn this construction line into this border line using H lead. I just noticed something there, but that's okay. I'm not gonna worry about that. Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do now we know, as we just saw, that this border line is thick in weight and dark in value. Let's see, can you see it? Yeah, you can see it. So now I'm bringing my T-square up, holding everything tight, and this is kind of in my way, so I'm gonna have to move this back a little bit like this. Okay. And you can still see it, right? Cool. Yes, you can. Okay, so now I'm bringing my T-square up, getting it over the line, okay, and I'm going over this construction line, and I'm bearing down pretty good, bearing down, turning that pencil between my fingers, good, okay, good. Okay. All right. I like the value of that, but I don't like the thickness of it. So I'm just gonna move my T-square down a little bit, downward, okay, so I can get a greater thickness. And I'm gonna go over it again. It's getting there. I'm gonna go over it again. I'm bearing down fairly hard, okay, and just lightly. And I'm gonna go over it again. Aha. I think I have the weight that I want, and I'm gonna go over it again. Cool. All right, so now if you can see that weight, that's what we're shooting for. That's what we're shooting for. Okay. My this one here is probably a little bit too thick, but Well, that's what we shooting for. And you saw the method you saw how I did it. I went over it, kind of slide it down. I slid that square down a little bit to give me the thickness. Okay. Use my brush to brush away any graphite residue. Cool. All right. So now go ahead and make that object line. Try to make it look like mine. That means you got to bear down pretty good to get it that dark. Now, when you go over it, don't continually make it thicker. It just needs to be about that thickness, okay? So don't when you go over it to make it darker, don't make it thicker. Okay? So now we made our borderline, and we're going to use that borderline to outline all the lines of the title block. So we're going to use it for the borderline eventually. Okay? All the lines of this title block is going to be that borderline. Cool. All right. So now the next line that we're going to make is the object line. Now the object line has the same darkness, so that means you got to bear down, but it's not quite as thick. Okay. So let's go ahead and do that. Initially, I'm bearing down pretty good, Okay, and I'm just going to go over it probably one at a time, but I'm bearing down pretty good. Oh, there it is. All right. Good. So now you see it has the same value, right? It has the same value, but it's not as thick. So you should be able to see a distinction in terms of weight from the borderline to the object line as primary lines, okay? All right, so now let's drop down to the third line. Okay? Let's drop down. Now, typically, these hidden lines are secondary line in weight, okay? Right? But we see we have two sets of them, right? This first set is going to be hidden lines, but we're going to give it the object line weight, okay? And then the second set here, we're going to revert and use the and use our 2H lead to make them secondary lines. But with these three right here, we're going to continue to use our H lead, and we're going to give them an object line weight. And I want you to work on. I know it's, you know, as you get more experience, you see how this is a series of dashes, right? Dashes and spaces. So dash, right, space, right, dash, and you see how they're somewhat uniform here, okay? And that's done visually. You're not going to measure it. You're just going to do it visually, okay? And you see how I started with a full line here, and I'm going to end with a full line, okay? I'm not going to end with a space. I'm going to end with a full line, okay? So let's do that. So now I still have my H lib, okay? And we see, you know, I'm not too concerned about this, but we see that we have this dash, and then this next dash is longer, and then this last dash is longer still. Okay, but we shouldn't start with the first one. Okay, getting pretty good. Okay, dash, okay. Space. Bearing down pretty good. Okay, then I want to end with a line. Okay, good. I'm not going to go over those twice. Okay, well, all right, let's see. No, I'm not going to go over those twice. I'm just going to bear down fairly hard at the first try. That's what I'm going to do. Bear down hard at the first try. Because I don't want to make them too thick. You got to apply more pressure to the point of the pencil than you think you should. All right? All right, so we got that first set. And I'm not going to sharpen my pencil yet because I want it to be kind of dull like it is right now, because it's going to help me out in terms of line weight. So let's make the second set. Okay. Bearing down good. Dash a little bit longer. Okay. Space, dash a little. Okay. It's bearing down pretty good. It's bearing down pretty good. Bearing down pretty good. I'm trying to get the paper up here. I definitely don't want to do that. Okay, let's get this flat again. Cool. All right. Cool. All right. Let's go for the third set. I mean the last. Yeah, third one. Okay. All right. Getting over there pretty good. Yeah. Dash a little bit longer. I'm bearing down really good. A little bit longer. A little bit longer. And just take it out to the end. Cool. See that? All right. So we made our primary lines, okay, using the H-lid. All right. So now we're going to do a switcheroo. Well, I'll let you go ahead and work on that for a moment. I'll let you go ahead and work on that for a moment. Okay. All righty. So now we can put our H-lid to the side for a moment. Okay. So now we're going to need our 0.7 millimeter mechanical pencil with 2 H-lid. Okay. Because now we're about to make these secondary lines. Okay. Now, I'm not going to go back to the chart, but secondary lines are thin in terms of weight, but they're dark in value, okay? That's why we're going to use the harder lead, which is 2H, okay? 0.7 millimeter, okay? Good. So now, let's get our mechanical pencil out, okay? Good. So let's come up here. So now we're going to make these series of hidden lines, but they're going to be secondary in weight and value. Okay, good. So we come over here, just like we did before. And you got to bear down harder than what you think, okay? Because we're not going to go over these twice. Okay, get everything tight here. Good. All right, so now we're going to make our first set. Bear down pretty good. Dash, space, just getting it visually centered. Okay. That's too much. That's not a whole lot of distinction between these two, because I was buried down pretty good, but that's what I want you to do. Okay. Okay. Good. So now let's make the second set. Okay. A little bit longer. I'm not going to bear down quite as much, so you can get more of a distinction that I'm looking for. A little better, but not the same. Cool. All right, let's make the last set. Okay, let's go longer. Dash longer. Okay, dash longer. Dash, and then just in and align like that. Cool. All right. Cool. All righty. Give you a chance to work on that. Remember to use your brush, right? Not your hand for any kind of residue you have on the surface. Okay, we're moving along pretty good. All right, so now the next line that we're going to make is just a regular continuous secondary line right here. We're going to make that. Okay, cool. Again, still using 2H layer, of course, right? All right, so let's bring this up here, get it over here. Yeah, I like that line. Okay, just a continuous secondary line.
Mr. Doug, I got a question. Where do you keep your YouTube videos?
Pardon me?
Where do you keep your YouTube videos on?
No, I attach them to my announcements, and I also send them to you by email.
Okay, because the other one, the one for the cartoon, I don't think I got that one.
No, because I don't think we made one for did you make for the cartoon?
Yeah, the cartoon one was last Wednesday, remember?
Yeah.
That was the class I had to leave because I had to do some stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't. I think what happened last Wednesday was the 20th, correct?
Yeah. I think.
Yes. It was the 20th, and I know I made a video for that. Okay.
Okay.
Have you looked at the announcement from last week and have your email?
I'm about to do that right now.
Okay, cool. Okay, so we should have a continuous secondary line there. Okay, so now the next line that we're going to make, do I need to move it down? I need to move it a little bit, just a little bit. Cool. The next line is going to be, next secondary line, it's going to be this center line, right? So long dash, space, short dash, long dash. Okay, so now we're going to make that one. Okay, long dash, space, short dash, space, long dash, space. Yeah. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see that right there, right? Good. Cool. All right. Okay, we're getting there. I think I need to move the camera down just a little bit more. Good. Okay, dokie. Okay, what's the next line we should be making? The dimension and extension line. So let me give you a little demonstration of what that looks like. give you a little example of how you would use the, well, I kind of like told you before, but I'll just do it again. Okay. So if I had a box, you see, yeah, if I had a box, sketch it like this. Cool. Okay. And let's say this box was, let's say it was 5 inches by, it's not quite square. So let's say it was 5 inches by 4 inches. Okay. So now the extension line would extend from the object like this. Okay. Extension line. Extension lines never touch the object being dimensioned. And then the dimension line would be here. And then the dimension would be limited, well, bounded or by an arrowhead. In this case, we have an arrowhead called an architectural tick. Okay. That's typically an object line, okay, against the secondary line for the dimension line and extension line, okay, and drawn at 45 degrees. So you're gonna need your 45-degree triangle to draw these architectural ticks, and then of course the dimension would go kind of centered above the dimension line, for example, okay. All right, so that's those lines in application. All right, so the first thing we're going to do, we're going to construct the dimension line as a continuous secondary line. So come over here, stand up a little bit so I can do it better. And you kind of notice how the secondary lines are kind of disappearing, right? Because your eyes drawn to the final line type now. So the construction lines kind of like become part of the background. All right, so let's see. So now here's my dimension line. So what I need to do now is to make these extension lines. Okay. All right. So let's go to the full size scale. Full size scale. Start with a 16. Okay, let's see what we're going to do. It doesn't matter. Let's just come in 1/4 of an inch from both ends, 1/4 of an inch to draw those extension lines at full size scale. Okay, cool. Triangle. My triangle. Okay. I'm just going to do this. Cool. I'm not even going to measure it. Just going to do this. Okay. Kind of get it visually the same height. Big deal. Okay. Okay. I'm going to go back to my H leg, and I'm going to sharpen it. Not too much. That should be enough. Okay. Then I'm going to retract it so I can draft. Retract it to about 3/8 of an inch. Good. And because now I'm about to make these architectural tick arrowheads, and they're doing it 45 degrees, and they're going to be like an object line. Oops, an object line. Sorry. An object line. Okay, 45 degrees. Got a little something over here with my, get rid of that. All right, so this is 45 degrees. So I'm using my 45-degree triangle. Okay, get everything nice and tight here. Come over here at that intersection. Oops, turn it around right way. Okay, now I want to make it sort of a good. Go with maybe one more time. Try to get that distinction. That's good enough. Okay, good enough. Okay, 45 degrees. Usually, architectural ticks are always drawn at 45 degrees, no other angle. Good. And I kind of went over a little bit. So I'm trying to get the distinction between the arrowhead and the extension line and dimension line. Okay. All righty. So now I can put my 2H lid to the side again. So I'll give you a chance to work on that. Cool. All right. So now we're going to do a break line. So let me give you an application for that. Okay. Break line. So let's say I'm drawing like I'm gonna do a schematic wall section. If you can see, yeah. And I'm using a certain scale, but I don't have adequate room to actually show the section at its full length using the particular scale that I've chosen. So I'm just gonna do a schematic wall section. So this would be my roof, right? Okay, this would be my wall. Okay, right here. Okay, and I'm just gonna bring this up like this. Right now, good. All right. But I wanna show the full length of the wall section, right, top and bottom. But I don't have adequate space. So what I would do, okay, I would introduce a break line like this. Okay, another one like this. Okay, and then I can continue that wall section down, okay, to my footing. Okay, can you see that? Good. So what the break line is saying is that there is construction between the break lines, but I'm not showing it. Okay, so that's how you would use a break line or break lines in an application, right? So now let's come over here. All right. So I'm going to use my 30-60. I'm going to use my 45-degree that is triangle to make that. Okay. So what I'm going to do. Okay. You see what it looks like, right? Break line, secondary line. All right. So now we'll come over here, and we are going to let me stand up. It'll help me a little bit here. So I don't have to raise my board. Okay. Cool. All right. So I'm going to make a continuous secondary line, bear down, pretty good. Okay, not too much. Okay, stop it. Then I'm going to stop it like that. And then I'm going to take my triangle. You can see what I'm doing now. And I'm just going to angle it like this. I don't care what the angle is. I'm going to angle it like that. Okay, and then I'm going to angle it again like this. And then I'm going to angle it again like this. So you can see it's kind of free form, sort of, right? I'm not concerned about angles. As long as it looks like this, pretty close to that. Okay, and then I'm going to continue that line, horizontal line as a secondary line. Okay, cool. There we go. There we go. Let you work on that. How we doing with it? Okay? Good,
Yeah.
good. All right,
Pretty good.
good. So now, these next lines, we really don't have to do anything for right now. Because we have these guidelines here for this text, which we'll add. Text is always going to be one of the last things that we're going to do, so we're not doing text now. So we don't have to do anything with those guidelines, and neither with this construction line. We can leave it as is. Okay. Now, so now that brings us down. Lastly, we're almost done with this, to our leader lines. Okay, leader lines. So again, in application, if I wanted to describe this as a box, okay, I would here's my note. Okay, box. Okay. And then the leader line normally starts at the center of the note. Okay. And then I could make a straight one, or I could just angle it here. So the leader line is actually extending from the word box and pointing toward the box itself, right? Describing the box, leader lines. And so we see they can be, if I do another one down here, they can be angular, or they can be curvilinear. Okay. 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 Cool. They can be straight, whatever. All right. So that's leader lines in application. All right. So now, let me see. What you're gonna need something. You see this? See this curve here? This irregular curve. We're gonna need a tool to help us. We're gonna need our French curve. Hopefully everybody has one. Let's see. Let's see if I can locate mine real quickly. Yeah, I got it. This is sort of a large one, French curve, right? This is for doing, sometimes, this is for doing, that is, irregular curves, okay? French curves, all right. So I'll give you a chance to get that out. Okay, we're doing pretty good. All right. Cool. All right, so now let's do our angular one first. Okay. Okay. Angular one. So here's what I'm going to do. Okay. I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to start somewhere around here. Okay. Somewhere right there. It doesn't matter too much. And then I'm just going to draw a continuous secondary line from that point to there. Cool, just like that. Yeah, it doesn't matter where you start that point. I don't care. All right. And then I'm going to take my triangle here. I'm going to place it, because here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to draw a line from this point down to this point, from this point to this point. All right, so I'm just going to draw a continuous secondary line here. Okay, I think it's pretty good. Cool. Just like that, simple. And then I'm going to do a very simple arrowhead. I'm not going to fill it in. Okay. So this arrowhead is different from this arrowhead. This arrowhead is different from that arrowhead, but they are both arrowhead types. Okay. All right. So and I'm just going to do a simple arrowhead here. If you can see, yeah, you can see. All right. I'm just going to go here. Look at that, just simple, Cool. I'll let you go from that. Actually, what I want to do with this line here, I'm going to back it away a little, just a tad. That first line that I made, where's my erasing sheet? Okay, I'm going to come over here and I want to back it away a little bit because I'm going to bring my other arrowhead up to that point. So I'm going to come over here and I'm just going to put my erasing sheet here. And where's my eraser? Here it is. And I want to just back this line away a little bit like that. See that? Good. All right. That's the purpose of the erasing shield. It allows you to erase what you want to erase and weed what you don't want to erase there. All right. Okay. Okay, let's see if we can make this curvilinear one right here, this curvilinear one right here. Okay. So of course, we're gonna need our French curve like this, okay? So we're gonna do the same thing that we did before. We're gonna start out with a horizontal secondary line. Okay, and we can start it right here if you want. Okay, and I'm just gonna start it right somewhere here, doesn't matter. Start it here, and then I'm gonna stop it right there. Cool. So something like that. All right. So now, what I want to do, I want to make a curvilinear line that's going to start from there and I'll go up to like that. Okay, so I'm doing a little experimentation here with this French curve. Okay, I need a tighter one than that. Okay, well, that looks like it might work. Okay, let's experiment with it a little bit. Okay, see if I can get a tighter one. I don't like that one. Okay, let's see. I don't like that one. I'll go back to this one here. I think this one worked pretty good. Go with this one here. Oh, I'll go back to this one. Okay, it's fine. So now I'm going to just draw a curvilinear line like that. Good. It's light, but you get the point. Okay. And then I'm going to just do a simple arrowhead on the end like I did before. Okay. All right. So I'll let you work on that. And I'm going to stop sharing for a moment. See what I want to go here. I want to go to D2L. I'm back at D2L. Okay, but I'm gonna give you a few more moments to complete the,
Mr. W, I have one more question.
sure.
So I didn't know that there was two different kinds of scaling rulers. I got the actual one, and it doesn't have the fractions on it. Is there any way I can get around using this one? Because mine has 10.
Okay, okay, I don't understand. Did you buy the drafting kit?
Yes, but but when they gave me the drafting kit, they never gave me the scaling ruler I needed.
The scales should have been, are typically part of the drafting kit.
Yeah, they never gave it to me because they didn't have it. So I had to go to Staples.
How can they not have the I have to visit the bookstore. The kit contains, the drafting kit contains 3 scales by default. Your drafting kit should have had 3 scales in it. One is the architect scale. The other is the metric scale, and the other one, and the last one is a civil scale, used for civil work, okay? And you're saying to me that when you purchased the kit from the bookstore, it did not have 3 scales in it.
Yes, I can show you the ones that they gave me.
They shouldn't have given you anything. It should have been in the kit already. And they shouldn't give you any, you should not have to buy the scales separately. And because of that, they probably gave you the wrong thing. So you need to go back to the bookstore, tell them that the drafting kit that you purchased from them did not have the 3 scales in it that it's supposed to have.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm sitting here trying to figure out if I can get around the scaling ruler that I have now so that I can.
Okay, so now what kind of, are you still trying to lay out, the cartoon?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Now, you should have what, can you share your screen with me? Can you share? Okay, hold on. Let me do this first. Let me do this first. All right,
Okay.
and then I'll get back with you. All right. All right. So here I am at D2L. Where do I need to be? I need to be learning materials. Okay, weeks 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's see where I need to be. Line tape, scale, marble. All right, so let's go back one level. Okay, I'm trying to find something here that I know is here. Okay, let's go back to this breadcrumb up here. Okay. There it is. Ooh, wow, skipping. All right, so where am I? I am in weeks 1, 2, and 3, okay? Is where I am. And then I want you to come down to right here, okay? How to read, no, that's not what I want right there. That's not what I want. Okay, let me open up this and see if it's here. All righty. All righty. All right. Well, I'll just do it this way. Okay, cool. I'll just do it this way. All righty. Let me. Oh, here it is right here. Okay. All right. There we go. I got to change this around. All right. Assignment number 1, instructions. Let's go there. Okay. So where am I? I'm at assignment number 1, 9 types and scales. Okay. Assignment number 1, instructions. Okay. Let's go ahead and open up. I want you to look. I want you to view this. I want you to view this video that's going to help you to understand how you read the other architect scales for your scale exercise. At present, we've only used the full-size scale and the 1-inch scale. This video here is going to show you how you will use the other scales as well. So before we start the scale exercise, I want you to actually view this video. Okay, so that's what you're doing now. And again, this is how we got there. Assignment number 1, line types and scales, scroll down. Assignment number 1, instructions. I'll open up this video here and view it, please. It would be good as you're viewing the video to to have your architect scale with you so you can kind of follow along and follow the instructions. Okay, we're still waiting on a few folks to finish watching the video. In the meantime, those of you who have finished, you can practice, drawing some lines at various scales.
So, Mr. W, because I have a setback,
I'm
Um,
sorry.
what do you propose I do with the one that I have now, as far as my cartoon, so I can at least get that done and at least get half of my other stuff done. So by Wednesday, I'll be caught up.
Okay, I don't, do you have a regular ruler?
Yes.
I don't know what they gave you. Can
They
you,
get-
can you kind of, can you somehow share it with me?
Yes. I'll put it on.
Hold on.
Yeah. Can you see it?
Uh-huh.
All right.
Get up close.
So right here, it says 10.
No, that's a civil scale. You can't use that.
Okay. When I went to the school, and when I asked for what I needed, they gave me this,
Yes, you need that.
this,
What is that? A compass?
this is the compass.
Yes, gotcha. You need it for next, yep, you need that.
They gave me the white version of the blue pencil that you have.
That's fine.
Okay. I bought this last Thursday.
That's good. Drafting tape.
They were out of this, so I bought this Friday. This is the 24-inch you told me to get.
Yes. Okay. Now, did you buy the drafting kit?
Okay, so now I see where I'm lost at. I thought that was the drafting kit.
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay.
They gave you individual items. A lot of those items there are in the drafting kit. You should take hold on to the T-square, but the scale, right?
Mhm.
Triangles and stuff. Okay, show me the triangles you have.
I got all the correct triangles. I got this one.
Good.
I have this one.
Good.
This came with it because we might need this later on.
No, no, you won't need that.
All right. Well, this came with the triangles.
Show me that again. Yep. Show me.
Yeah, I bought this from the day I got the architecture.
Yes, you need that, absolutely.
Okay,
Yes.
so that's all I have. So you want me, so the one thing I need is the kit, my brush, and that's it, right? Because the kit
Right.
will come with these. Okay,
Right. So, and I think that drafting kit cost about $35,
okay,
okay?
all righty. And if they don't have it there, do you know anywhere else I can get a drafting kit from?
Not that would have our specific tools in it, because this drafting kit was designed for these courses.
Okay, specifically, okay, so
Yes,
I'm going there tomorrow after work.
and ask for the drafting kit for AET 123.
Okay. Anything else, Mr. W?
No, sir.
All righty. If this isn't the sickest shit, he got him an axe.
Mr. Williams, question.
Yes,
Were we started on the lines or are we still practicing?
we're still practicing. I want to give you some instructions first, okay?
Okay, I didn't know if I missed anything, so I was just
No,
touching
no,
base. Thank
no.
you.
Are you good?
Thank you.
We're gonna start momentarily. I like your drafting setup. Looks good. Luke? Yeah, I like it.
Yes, sir. I just moved over the weekend, and so it's been a huge hassle. I almost didn't have internet, and I didn't know if I was going to be able to be in class tonight, but thankfully I got a technician out here. And yeah, I got this drafting table, and I'm ready for the whole ride here.
It's cool. It's cool.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, here's what we're going to do. Okay, I'm going to okay, let me close out of this. Cool. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start to explain so people can continue to work, even though some people may still be watching the video, okay? All right, so let me just slide this over here, get this straight. Good. All right, let me pull it back a little bit. There we go. Get to the top line. There we go. All right. Cool. All right. So the video should have been helpful to give you an understanding of how you're going to use these various architectural scales. Okay. So you need to make reference to this scale exercise, please. Let's get this out. And of course, the scale exercise is going to be done in this area here. Okay. And of course, well, not of course, but this exercise is designed for you to use all of the architectural scales. Okay, good. So what we're going to do now, we're going to start with this line here. Okay. And the first scale that we're using is going to be the full size scale. You're very familiar with that because this is what we use to do our compositional work. Okay. All right. And by example, you are going to start with a line that's going to be a vertical line that's going to be left justified. I'm going to show you. Well, you can make this line about 1/8 of an inch in height. 1/8 of an inch. I'm using full size scale. 1/8 of an inch in height. So I'm going to give myself 2 tick marks there. Okay. Not to be so precise. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to start off. We're going to start off drawing this line here at full size scale at a length of 4 inches. But how I'm going to start though? I'm going to start with a vertical line, a short vertical line, and I just made mine 1/8 of an inch. I'm not too concerned about the length of the line as long as it looks uniform. Okay, so and again, these are all These are all secondary, pardon me, these are all secondary lines, okay, secondary lines. So now you see, I made a vertical line there. See that short little vertical line? About 1/8 of an inch in height, okay? That's where I'm gonna start. Now, I'm gonna use it as my reference point to draw a line at 4 inches using the full-size scale, okay? So I'm putting my 4 inches over here, and I'm coming over here at 0, and I'm giving myself a reference point, and then I'm gonna draw another vertical line. This is in my way, so I'll slide it back without causing any problems. Cool. All right, I'm just gonna make another vertical line here. How about the same length as this other line that I made over there? See that? Looks like that, okay? So I've scaled 4 inches from one vertical line to the next vertical line, and then I'm gonna turn the horizontal line into a nice secondary line. Okay, something happened with my line at midpoint, which I don't like, so I'm going to erase it out. Didn't like that. Use my erasing shield over here, that's gonna help me. Okay, let's see what happened with my, I think this one was my leg. Let me extend my leg just a little bit. There we go. Let's try that line again. Okay. All righty. So I'm going to come up here, good. And I'm going to put that line in again. Pressure to the point of the pencil, right? Pressure to the point of the pencil. Cool. Yeah, that's much better. Cool. All right. Right? So, you know, this is how we're going to do it. This is how we're going to do, that is, the rest of the lines. Okay? All right? So, somebody tell, the next line is 6 inches, but it's half full-size scale. So, what's going to be the length of the line? This next line here, 6 inches, but it's half full-size scale.
3 inches.
There we go. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna come over here. Same scenario. Get everything tight here. Get myself a vertical line here. And now I'm just visually making it the same as that one. Visually, I'm not going to measure it each time. Okay, and then so I need to draw a line that's 6 inches. That's going to be half size, half full size scale. So I've already given I was given the answer that this line is going to be 3 inches in length, starting from my vertical line. Okay, 3 inches, there we go. 3 inches, all right, and I'm gonna make another little vertical line at that front there. Visually establishing the height of it, and then connecting the 2 vertical lines with another wonderful secondary line. Bearing down pretty good. There we go. Love it. I like it a lot. Okay, I'm probably going to do 2 more with you, and then I'm gonna release you to work on your own. Okay. What time is it getting to be? We have a good time. All right. So the next line measures. We're using a different scale now. we're using the 3" to the foot scale. So I gotta find the side that says 3 inches, which is this one right here. Okay, so this is the side that I'm using right there. And this line is 1 foot 3 inches using the 3" scale. Okay, cool. So now when we look at the scale together, I know you watched the video. Okay. Good. So 0 to here is 1 foot, then 1 foot. It's 2 feet. Oops, can you see that? 2 feet. Yep. 0 to here, 1 foot. All right. Now to the left here, they've taken one foot and divided it into inches. Again, we know, watching the video, there are 12 inches to a foot, correct? Absolutely. So 3 inches, 6 inches, 9 inches, 12 inches. Cool. So I need a line that's going to be 1 foot. What is it? 1 foot 3 inches. Okay. 1 foot 3 inches. All right. So again, what I'm going to do initially is to make my vertical line. Again, it's just visual. Okay. And then I need a line that's going to be 1 foot 3 inches at 3" scale. So I'll put my 3 here. My 1 is right here, my 1 foot, good. Okay, so that's going to be a point for my ending vertical line again. Okay. I just got my brush, let me get my brush. Okay, again, we're going to make a nice, wonderful secondary line. Okay, bearing it down hard than you think you should. Hold that pencil between your fingers. There we go. Cool. All right, I'm going to do one more with you, and then I'm going to leave you to do the rest on your own. Okay, what's the next one? Next scale I'm using is 1/8 of an inch equals a foot, and the length of that line needs to be 26 feet. Okay, so let's find that side. 1/8 of an inch. The color coding kind of helps you too. You know, when you start using it more and more, you realize, okay, this color contains this side contains 1/8 and whatever, you got it. So it could be helpful. Okay, good. So I need to make a line that's going to be 26 feet in length. So you're using the scale here. Good. I'm starting at 0 and okay. 12 feet, 8 feet, 12 feet, 16 feet, 20 feet, 24, 25, 26 feet. It's right there. Cool. All right. Go back and make my vertical line. Good. And I need to go to my 1/8 scale, and I need to make a line that's 26 feet. 24, 25, 26. Okay, 26. Okay, right there. Okay, cool, right there. All righty. Then I'm gonna make my vertical line here. It's good right there. And then I'm gonna make my horizontal line between them. All right. So now we've done these 1, 2, 3, 4 together. And I'm gonna see how you're gonna do the remaining ones on your own using the technique that I've shown you.
Mr. W.
Yes, sir.
You know how you have that mark in between, like in the middle of the line? Can you erase the rest of the mark after it?
No, okay, you're talking about these lines right here?
Yeah.
If you want to, but that's the beauty of keeping construction lines light in weight and value. You should never have to erase them, only if you made them dark. Right.
Yeah, mine are dark, so I just
Okay,
decided
so
to
yes,
erase
so if they don't have the proper value and weight, yes, you should erase them using your erasing shield.
it. Oh, the shield. Yeah.
Okay?
All right. Thank you.
Yep. Okay, everyone, it's approaching the 8 o'clock hour. And I'll normally give you about 20 minutes to clean up and get yourself reorganized. Okay, of course, feel free to continue to work on the skill exercise here. Okay, all right. So the plan for Wednesday is to complete assignment number 1. Okay, but by the end of class. Okay. What we're going to work on at the beginning of next class is finalizing the marble floor pattern. Those of you who do not have a circle template, please try to have one by that time. Okay. We should be annotating or doing notes on Wednesday as well. So what I would like for you to do is to practice your lettering style, okay? Just take a sheet of paper, make guidelines at various architectural lettering heights, 1/8, 1/4, 3/16, right? And practice your lettering in advance of Wednesday's class, okay? Do that for me. The more you practice your lettering, the better it is going to become. All right. So, and we want the lettering to be good for us. Are there any questions?
No, sir.
No, sir. All right, then. Well, you guys have a good evening. And I will see you on Wednesday. Okay.
All right, thank you.
Okay. You're welcome.
Thank you,
Have a good
sir.
night. Thanks.
Good night, everybody.